Yes, guten Abend to each and every one of us, Damen und Herren. Willkommen zu unserer heutigen Episoden. Ich sage willkommen zu unserer heutigen Episode. Welcome to our episode of today. And I've felt the urge to bring this back. Guten Abend to you too, Geruma. Willkommen, yeah? Willkommen to each one of us. I say you King's mom saying guten Abend. Guten Abend to you too. All of you who are just joining in, willkommen. And I would like us to starten. Just find somewhere to write as we stress on some very important aspect again. Again, remember, this one is not only for your exams, but also in the day-to-day conversations you'll be having. The good thing with Sprechen is that it is not only limited for exam knowledge, but also even in the day-to-day conversations that you'll be having with people. So let's stress this a bit. I know some of you I know this, but I'd like us to go through it again. Okay? So we have the Ja, the Nein, and the Doch. Ja, Nein, and Doch. I know most people normally confuse between Ja and Doch. So let's go ahead and see what is being requested or asked for in this part. So remember, Ja is yes, right? Ja is yes. Doch is also yes. Do you see that? I'd like you to see that clearly, right? Ja means yes, okay? Doch also means yes. Nein is now no. So you might wonder, hey, we have ja, which means yes. We also have doch, which means yes. You might wonder, so when do I use etc, etc, yeah? So don't worry. Now let's go ahead and break it down. When do you use ja, and also when do you use nein? So before we progress into all these things, you need to know that questions or a statement, it can either be a positive or a negative. It depends. It can either be positive or even negative. All right? So before you progress to answer, it is first important that you establish, is this one a positive or is this one a negative? So once you establish that aspect, it is much more easier to respond. Even in English, people normally make the mistake of answering without having considered whether it's masculine, whether it's positive or negative. Hello to you too, Ross. Willkommen, yeah? So let me give an example in English. Someone could ask you, are you not going? Are you not going? Now, someone might answer with, yes, I am not going. That is completely wrong. Remember, when someone asks you a negative question, you answer fully negative. But if they ask you a positive question, okay, let me just simplify it like this. I hope you can see, right? So I said we have positive and also we have negative. So in German, questions are negative. In German, questions are negative if they have nicht. If they have nicht stroke kein. In case you're wondering, what is a negative question? Yeah. So this is my point here. A question or a statement is negative in German if it has nicht or kein. So this nicht, and kein, all of them mean not. Please remember that, yeah? So if you see a statement or a question in German having nicht or kein, then it's negative. But if it does not have nicht or kein, then it's positive. Remember that, yeah? Emphasis is here. If a statement or a question has nicht or kein, then it's a negative question. Guten Abend to you too, Paris, willkommen, yeah? So if it has nicht or kein, negative. But if it does not have nicht or kein, then it's now positive. That's why I tell us here now that if it's a positive question, you can answer with ja or nein. But if it's a negative question, you answer with nein or doch. All right? I'm stressing this because there are some questions I would like to ask us so that I see how we respond. If you're together up until this point, just type below yeah. Let me see how many are paying attention, because there's some questions I would like to ask us at the end of this. Are we paying attention? Go ahead and type yeah if we're together up until this point. Okay. Nice. I see we are all paying good attention. So please, whenever anybody asks a question, just check these ones out only, all right? Remember, positive question, answer with yes or no, yeah or nein, yeah? And then negative question, remember negative, nicht or kein. Now, okay, let me go ahead and give some examples. I'm going to give 2 examples, and then I'm also going to ask us some questions to see how. Today, we'd like us to respond to the questions in full sentences to help us in sentence construction. So here's my very first example. I'm going to use this as an example. Someone asks me an example like this. Haben Sie mein Buch? So I'm going to use this as an example. So look at the following example. Haben Sie mein Buch? That is, do you have my book? Haben Sie mein Buch? So this one, because it's a positive question, I can answer with ja or nein. So, haben Sie mein Buch? I could say, ja, ich habe. So the question was, do you have my book? So I can say, yes, I have your book. That is, ja, ich habe dein Buch. Ja. So let me write that down. So I could say, ja, ich habe dein Buch. There you go. So, haben Sie mein Buch? Ja, ich habe dein Buch. Yes, I have a book. Or I could also say, no, I don't have a book. That is, nein, ich habe nicht dein Buch. So I could also say, nein, ich habe nicht dein Buch. Okay? Ich habe nicht dein Buch. Now, this nicht normally tends to take different positions depending on what you want to negate in the sentence, yeah? Remember, it's dein, not dein, yeah? So, haben Sie mein Buch? Do you have my book? Ja, ich habe dein Buch. Yes, I have a book. Or, nein, ich habe nicht dein Buch. No, I don't have your book. So at this point, I'm now going to go ahead and give an example of a negative question, yeah? Before I give us the chance to, I want to give an example of a negative question, and then afterwards, I will be presenting some question to us. Okay, look at this last example. Ist Deutschland nicht? Look at this. Look at this example. It says like this. Ist Deutschland nicht in Amerika? Ist Deutschland nicht in Amerika? That is German not in America? So because this one is a negative question, yeah? Because this one is a negative question, remember your rule. So we were told that if it's negative question, now you have to answer with nein or doch, right? So let's check the question again. Always the first thing when given a question, establish to see if it's negative or positive, okay? So, ist Deutschland nicht in America? Is German not in America? So when I'm answering this, I would say, no, German is not in America. That is, nein, Deutschland. So let me give the full response to that. Say, nein, comma, Deutschland ist nicht in Amerika. Deutschland ist nicht in Amerika. Einen Moment. Deutschland. So look at this full response to that. Don't confuse Deutsch and Deutschland. There is Deutschland, the country, and then the language is this. So, ist Deutschland nicht in Amerika? And then, nein. Deutschland ist nicht in America. No, German is not in America. Or I could use Doch. Now remember, Doch is yes. It changes it into positive. So also I could say Doch. Doch. Deutschland ist in Amerika. Doch. Deutschland ist in Amerika. So you can see that nein negates, yeah? Nein, Deutschland ist nicht in America. No, German is not in America. But now doch changes it from negative into positive. So doch, Deutschland is in America. That is, yes, German is in America. So here are the questions that I have for us. I'm going to be giving us some questions, and I would like us to answer either with ja, nein, or doch. Are you ready? Are you ready? So here's my first question. Let me see by show of hands how many are ready. Here is some questions that I have. Today I'll be asking some bit of long questions together with modal verbs just to see how we are able to answer them. So here's my first question. Danke, Hamida, yeah? Vielen Dank. Here's my first question. I see Mamake Ashley is also ready. Wunderbar. The first question goes like this. Let me write it down for spelling purposes. Kannst du ein Auto? Okay, the first question says like this. Kannst du ein Auto fahren? I want to find out if we'll be able to answer with the correct word order. Look at this. Kannst du ein, oh, don't mind my T, yeah? This is T, Auto, not E, T. Kannst du ein Auto fahren? Kannst du ein Auto fahren? Can you drive a car? And then I told you that before you proceed to answer, you have to consider if it's negative or a positive question. So, kannst du ein Auto fahren? I see someone has given an answer there. I'm going to read from Fekani. Say, ja, ich kann ein Auto fahren. That is correct. Ja, ich kann ein Auto fahren. There's also another, I'd like us to answer in full. Yeah? I'd like you say ja. Sugar, you say nein. Ich kann nicht Auto fahren. I cannot drive a car. You can say ich kann nicht, or because I used ein here, now if I negate, now becomes a moment. Kein. Kein. Ich kann kein Auto fahren, yeah? Let me see some other example. Doch. Now in this case, I cannot use doch. In this case, I can't use doch. Why is that? Because that was a positive question, remember? A positive question you only answer with ja or nein. But if in case it was negative, it's when you answer with nein or doch, okay? So checking my question again. This is a positive question. Kannst du ein Auto fahren? So this one you can only answer with ja or nein. Kannst du ein Auto fahren? Like someone has said, you can say ja, ich kann ein Auto fahren. Yes, I can drive a car. Or nein, ich kann kein Auto fahren. Or ich kann nicht Auto fahren. I cannot drive a car. All right? Okay, here's the other example now. Here's the other example. It says like this. Ist Deutsch schwierig? Ist Deutsch schwierig? That is the question. That is Deutsch schwierig? Which now means, is German difficult? Go ahead and answer. Let me see how you'd answer. Ist Deutsch schwierig? Ist Deutsch schwierig? Which now means, is German difficult? Is German difficult? Let me see how we would have answered this. I will read the first few examples. Ist Deutsch schwierig? Is German difficult? Can you say Nein, Deutsch ist... No, there's something missing. There is something missing in your answer, Mfikane. And guys, ensure that the Deutsch is capital D, yeah? The nouns. So for Mfikane, you almost had it, but there is something missing, yeah? Sugar, you say Nein, Deutsch, capital D, yeah? Nein, Deutsch ist nicht schwierig. Sugar, you say Nein, Deutsch ist nicht schwierig, aber kompliziert. Yeah, German is not difficult but complicated, yeah? Let me also see some other response. Mamake, Ashley, you say, ja, Deutsch ist, and then you emphasize sehr. Deutsch ist sehr schwierig. Okay. Agaki, you say, nein, Deutsch ist nicht schwierig. That is correct. You've rectified. No, it's nein, Deutsch ist nicht schwierig. Guys, as I always say, please always ensure that the noun is capital. If in case now you write Deutsch with a small d, it will mean as an adjective. That's why it has to be capital for nouns. All right. So Hamida, you say, ja, Deutsch ist. Ja, Deutsch ist nicht. No, it's not possible to use ja and nicht together. Yeah? So it should be nein, Deutsch ist nicht schwierig. No, German is not difficult. Or ja, Deutsch ist schwierig. Rufina, you say ein bisschen schwierig. Or you have to say a little. So a little, you say ein bisschen. Ein bisschen schwierig. Ein bisschen, a little, ein bisschen schwierig, yeah? Mkidi, you say, ja, Deutsch ist schwierig. And then, okay, finally, you also say, nein, Deutsch ist nicht schwierig. Nice, I see the concept has been well taken. You say, total schwierig, yeah? I see most people agree that German is difficult, yeah? Okay, here's the other question. This one says like this. Hast du 20 Bücher? So the question goes like this. Let me show us. That is, hast du 20 Bücher? Hast du 20 Bücher? How would you respond to this? Hast du 20 Bücher? Do you have 20 books? Hast du 20 Bücher? Let me see how we would have responded to that. A moment. I'll be checking also the issue of capital and small. So, hast du 20 Bücher? Do you have 20 books? Fikani would say nein. Ich habe nur 3 Bücher. I only have 3 books. Bangtan, you say, nein, ich habe 10 Bücher. Now, your statement is correct, but I see your Bücher is small b. Please ensure it's capital B, yeah? Giroma, you say, nein, ich habe nicht 20 Bücher. No, I don't have 20 books. That is correct from Giroma. Hamido, you say, ja, ich habe 20 Bücher. Yes, I have 20 books. Sugar, you say, nein, ich habe nur 2 Bücher. No, I only have 2 books. Mamake Ashley say, ja, ich habe 20 Bücher. Okay, finally, you say, ja, ich habe 20 Bücher, correct. Tia, you say, nein, ich habe ein Buch. Wunderbar. I see the concept has been nicely understood. Rose, you say, nein, ich habe nicht Bücher. I have no book. Ich habe keine Bücher. I have no books. Yeah? Nein, ich habe ein Buch. Wunderbar. Wunderbar. So, let me get us 3 more. I'm going to give us 3 more questions. Let me get 3 more questions. I see now we are able to clearly understand questions whenever asked. Yeah. Okay, so 3 more questions for us. This one says like this. Kannst du Kannst du gut, kannst du gut Rad fahren? Kannst du gut, there you go. Kannst du gut Rad fahren? Kannst du gut Rad fahren? How to respond to kannst du gut Rad fahren? Can you ride bicycle well? Kannst du gut Rad fahren? Let me see how you would have responded to that. Kannst du gut Rad fahren? Remember here I've used the modal verb, so you have to be extra careful in regards to the word order. I see someone has given an example from Colorado. Ja, ich kann. I'd like you to give in full answers, yeah? Kannst du gut Rad fahren? Giroma say, ja, ich kann gut Rad fahren. That is correct from you, Giroma. Mfekani will say, ja, ich kann sehr gut Rad fahren. In this case, a small area. Ja, ich kann sehr gut Rad fahren. Yes, I can ride bicycle very well. And then after you say, ja, ich kann gut Rad fahren. Yes, I can ride well. And then Jace used to say, ja, ich kann gut Rad fahren. Correct. Sugar, you say, nein, ich kann nicht Rad fahren. No, I cannot ride a bicycle. Okay, Paris is also correct. Ja, ich kann gut Rad fahren. And then also, last example, nein, ich kann nicht Rad fahren. Wunderbar. That was nicely understood. Bangtan, you say, nein, ich weiß nicht, wie man Fahrrad fährt. Then Rose, nein, ich kann nicht Rad fahren. Now, the whole concept here was the issue of the modal verb. You now see because of this kannst, the other verb has to come at the end. Kannst du gut Rad fahren? So the following answers have been given. Ja, ich kann gut Rad fahren. Or nein, ich kann nicht Rad fahren. Okay, now I'm going to give us the last example. Let me get us the last example. And of course, the last one has to be very long and very huge, yeah? Just to challenge us a bit, yeah? Let me bring in the last word. And the example goes like this. Sollen die Kinder, let me write it down. Sollen die Kinder nicht in die Schule? Now I want to see who will get this. I will only read the correct answer, yeah? Let me see how many will find this one. But it is as easy than it sounds, yeah? Look at this one. Look at this one. Now, take your time. Firstly, I always say, no matter how long the question is, yeah? Let me just fold it. No matter how long the question is, the first thing you need to do is to establish and find out if it's negative or positive. So look at my question. Sollen die Kinder nicht in die Schule gehen? Sollen die Kinder nicht in die Schule gehen? That is, should the children not go to school? Go ahead. Let me see how you're going to respond to this. Sollen die Kinder nicht in die Schule gehen? Let me take some few examples and see who has it correctly. Mfekane, you say like this. Doch, die Kinder sollen in die Schule. Correct. Mfekane, you've opened the example by scoring it correctly. Wunderbar. Let me see also from Colorado. Colorado, you say, nein, die Kinder. So Colorado, you almost got it. There's a word missing in your response, yeah? So far, the one that is correct is Mfekane. Colorado, yours, there is only one word missing, yeah? Let me see from Bangtan, nein, die Kinder. Bangtan also, there is a word missing. Not correct. How about Sugar? Sugar, you have it correct. So far, the two correct answers are from Fekane and also from Sugar. How about Bless? Doch, die Kinder. Bless, you also have it correctly. Wunderbar. So if you gave out the following answers, you're correct. Look at the following. If you gave out the following answers, you're correct. So the question was this. Sollen die Kinder nicht in die Schule gehen? Now, because of this nicht, It's a negative question, yeah? And you are told if it's a negative question, you can answer with Nein or Doch. So the question is, sollen die Kinder nicht in die Schule gehen? So I could answer with Nein. Nein, die Kinder sollen nicht in die Schule gehen. That is, Nein, die Kinder sollen nicht in die Schule gehen. No, the children should not go to school. Or, now if you use Doch, now becomes Doch, die Kinder sollen in die Schule gehen. Please don't confuse the two, yeah? So, should the children say, Nein, die Kinder sollen nicht in die Schule gehen, or Doch, die Kinder sollen in die Schule gehen. Please, I believe you've seen the difference. As we come to the end now, please remember, ja is yes. It only answers positive question, yeah? Yeah, yes, only answers positive question. And then Nein is no. Nein is no. It can answer a positive or a negative question. And then finally, Doch. So I know most people will confuse this ja and this Doch. Please don't confuse the two. But ja is yes, Doch is also yes. Difference is that ja only answers positive and Doch answers negative into positive. All right? Wunderbar. So with that clearly said and done, I would encourage you to go ahead and practice using ja, nein, and doch when responding to each other's questions. Well then, Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of today's class. Go ahead and practice with your friends, yeah, answering the ja or nein or doch as we come to the end, yeah. Let me say, das ist alles für heute, Damen und Herren. Tschüss und auch gute Nacht.